Irish guy, and yes, I am back! Did anyone notice I was gone? No, I would say that you all noticed my absence the same way you'd notice a pigeon's birthday party on the street. No, I took my one annual break. 5 days in Ireland, getting my disappointed mother to just feed me undercooked porridge she scraped out of the bin. But I am back, and lads, this upcoming season, there are going to be big changes on this channel. This is going to be one mountain of a year, but also, let me know what changes you want to see. I just want to see if we're on the same page. But no, honestly, this is going to be one mountain of a year, and I just know you couldn't care less. You are probably all now tucking into a burnt chicken sandwich, shoving popcorn up your nose, just waiting for me to talk about David De Gea. And yes, I will, but have I missed much football news this week? What topics do you want me to cover over the next few days? Let me know in the comments. I mean, it could be James Maddison signing for Tottenham 10 years after declaring that he didn't like Spurs. That's a bit awkward. It would be like if old tweets from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain surfaced in 2010 calling Little Mix a pack of dehydrated wombats with the vocal talent of a frog. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if that happened, he'd probably be spending tonight nervously picking broken glass out of his tea. What else happened? Eddie Aluko. I feel bad for this woman. This is a footballer who spent 8 years at Chelsea. She retired at Juventus, where she probably had secret lunch dates with Ronaldo in the canteen. I mean, I say lunch dates. She was probably eating a sausage sandwich whilst trying to take a sneaky selfie with him in the queue. Lads, she played over 100 times for England. But does she get respect from all of you? No, now everybody is looking at her as if she's not even clever enough to cut steak on her own without stabbing herself in the cheek. Even Jermaine Pennant is calling out her intelligence. Poor Emmy. So yes, plenty of stuff to talk about this week, but today, David De Gea, this Spanish goalie, is most likely going to leave Manchester United on a free within a few days. But I'm sorry, if there's any actual Man United fans crying into their blankie, if you're actually filling up a pint glass with tears, then give your head a shake. If this all happens the way it looks like it's happening, then Man United will have made one of the biggest game-changing transfers in Premier League history. I mean, Mark Goldberg aside, who'd probably queue up to like actual dog food off De Gea's shoes. Apart from that bloke, everyone understands and realizes that Manchester United need a new goalkeeper. I think everyone in the world knows this. There are probably actual elves living at the bottom of a cave in China who know that Manchester United's biggest weakness is the guy between the sticks. I know he earned a lot of clean sheets last season. Great! But all you have to do is just take a look at that videotape of the 4-0 battering at Brentford last summer, and you will quickly realize that Manchester United needs a modern goalkeeper for Erik ten Hag ball. And lads, this is the perfect buy. Onana. 2 words you say when your grandmother accidentally takes a poo on the rug. But also, Andre Onana has the potential to be the most spectacular goalkeeper on the planet. I'm sorry, I know. You probably all think that now I'm exaggerating so much that right now I sound like I've got the brain intelligence of a brain-damaged maggot. That me drooling over this Inter Milan #1 is absolute proof that I've got the brains of a claustrophobic slug. Because Inter Milan goalkeepers don't do well in England, right? I mean, Julio Cesar went from winning the treble with Inter to a cake-munching oaf on the QPR bench. But no, I'm gonna say this. If Onana winds up at Old Trafford this summer, it will be the biggest game-changer signing of any club in the Premier League. I cannot stress the importance of this guy enough. Let's be real, De Gea has been a great Manchester United servant, yes. But now, in 2023, he really is just a moldy old banana, rotting away in the Manchester United squad like a chunk of leftover dog food found on the sole of someone's shoe. This man is old news, Christ above. To show how long he's been in Manchester, he was actually the most expensive goalkeeper in British football when he joined for a meager £18 million. That is less than the price of a modern Chris Wood. This man who is clinically unable to use his feet, how is he supposed to be the future in Erik ten Hag's team when he moves his feet as if they're cement in his boots? Don't you dare offer him a new contract on nearly £400,000 a week. What? Lads, Onana, he began his career in the Samuel Eto'o Academy back in Cameroon. Imagine going to that absolute superstar's academy. His name is literally on the front of the building. And you're wanting to be the guy who stands in goal while everyone else tries to be a toe? Surely you think if you're going to an Eto'o Academy, you want to be a toe, scoring hat-tricks every week, not standing between the posts eating an ice cream whilst everyone else gets to kick the ball. But he was from 2006 to 2010, and then joined Barcelona. Weirdly, a year after Eto'o quit Barcelona. Lads, can you imagine how huge a move this was? To be plucked out of Cameroon at the age of 14, to then spend 5 years in the academy of Barcelona in Spain. And this was back when Barcelona were arguably the greatest team of all time. I mean, to have those dreams of representing Barcelona in La Liga, and then he just gets spat out to Holland without playing a match. I mean, come on, yes, Barcelona were an incredible football team, featuring some absolute goats of the sport. But I mean, they didn't really bother to ever have a superstar goalie between the sticks. It was just Victor Valdez, some baldy bloke with just 20 Spanish caps, somebody who grew up to fail at both Manchester United and Middlesbrough. I mean, this was around the same time that Barcelona tried to bring back Pepe Reina from Liverpool. I mean, to be fair, look at the clubs he's played for: Barcelona, Villarreal, Liverpool, Napoli, Bayern Munich, AC Milan, Aston Villa and Lazio. I mean, he will probably proudly print off his Wikipedia page and stick it on the fridge, so one day he can fool his grandkids into believing that he was once world class, but he wasn't. I promise you, he wasn't. A beach ball scored past him. My point is that back then, Onana probably realistically believed that he had a chance of being Barcelona number one day. But no, he was sold to Ajax in 2015, where he kicked on and established himself as a sickeningly good goalkeeper. Although weirdly, the guy has had controversies, like in February 2021, when he was banned from playing for 12 months by UEFA after testing positive for formicide. Yeah, I mean, he said it was his wife's medicine. This is like when Kolo Touré was banned for accidentally eating his wife's diet pills. I mean, how does that happen? What, is she accidentally baking her Nurofen into a pie? But yeah, that wasn't clever. But it does show how unbelievably talented this man was. He wound up being banned for 9 months, but not only did Ajax stick with him, but he even landed himself a monster move to Inter Milan in January 2022. I mean, you really think after nearly a year of being forced to sit at home, waking up each morning to just eat Cheerios and cry, after 9 months, the length of a pregnancy, of being unable to work, you would think he'd have been forgotten, that Ajax had moved on, or at the very least that now any big money transfer away from the club would be gone off the cards. I mean, clearly an Italian giant like Inter weren't gonna buy some careless oaf with the brains of a battered sausage roll. But no, he moved to the San Siro and replaced Samir Handanovic, a guy who'd been Inter's number one since 2012, and had just helped them win the league. Lads, the reason that Onana is a game changer, he is insane with the ball at his feet. It's like having Ronaldinho in goal. To put it in context, to show just how fearless he is when someone passes him the ball. Lads, this guy who actually had a big bust up at the World Cup. Lads, apparently the Cameroon manager, Rigobert Song, was sick of his goalie taking too many risks with the ball at his feet, and he just wanted him to play normally, completely ignoring the fact that he had a special goalkeeper on his hands. Onana took that as a personal insult. They then had a shouting match. He was then dropped and things were so bad that he actually chucked his international career into a bin the very next month, altogether retiring from international duty. Although, let's be real, he's only going to be retired as long as Song is the Cameroon boss. Honestly, I'm telling you now, if Onana goes the rest of his career without playing another minute for Cameroon, if this really is the end of him playing for his nation, then I will eat 4 penguin bars out of a cat's litter tray. Onana is a special goalkeeper. Lads, we've seen over the last 5 years, ever since Joe Hart was unceremoniously turfed into a black bin bag by Pep Guardiola in 2016, football has moved on from top shot stoppers who have dodgy distribution. Lads, I love Shay Given. He was one of the greatest shot stoppers I've ever seen. He was an actual hero of mine. But I know now that in modern football, he wouldn't even get in the Brighton team. With his poor level of kicking, right now, he'd probably be playing for Stoke. The Spanish national team have moved on from De Gea 4 years ago. I don't know why, it is beyond me why Manchester United have never let go. You need to move on from the likes of De Gea. He is a goalkeeper of the past. Now, it is all about goalkeepers who play with the ball at their feet, who are comfortable receiving back passes. I mean, is it any surprise that the 2 best goalkeepers in the world are both from Brazil, where newborn children are probably playing beach football before they can walk? But Onana, he was a man molded and crafted in the tiki-taka ways of Barcelona. He is just an outfield player in net. The way he effortlessly glides past strikers when he's got the ball, the calmness, the composure. It's almost sickening how good this guy is, and nobody really realizes it. But I promise you, if he moves to Manchester United, I can't underestimate just how much he will change this club. Lads, you might not believe me, but I think the single most important transfer in Premier League history was not Thierry Henry, not Frank Lampard, not Mo Salah. It's Ederson Moraes. No other player has had such a dramatic impact on his team than him. I know the man's got such a scary neck tattoo. He looks like he's probably got the head of his grandma in the fridge. But I can promise you, if Guardiola had never bought this guy from Benfica in 2017, and instead has spent the last 6 years with either Claudio Bravo or Joe Hart in net, and City would not have won any of their last 5 Premier League titles. Not a single one. Forget winning the treble. Guardiola would probably be sacked in 2019. Ederson was such an important buy for this City team. He completely changed the way they played. And Onana will be exactly the same. I know for Man United fans, getting his name on the back of your shirt, you'll just look like an obsessed Rihanna fan. But go get him. Apparently Inter are demanding 50 million euros, but so do the deal, pay the money, because I am telling you, this man is absolutely top class and will be a huge upgrade on De Gea. This will be your Ederson. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what y'all feels good to be back, lads. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Onana going to Man United? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give a like, subscribe as always. I'll talk to you in a while.